It's a lady in London here. Today I'm coming to you from Morocco and I want to take you around and show you my favorite itinerary from Marrakech and the surrounding area. From the city center to the Medina, day trips and desert tours, there's a lot to do and see here. Let's go take a look and see what we find. After a late morning flight from London, my other half and I arrive in Marrakech around 3 p.m. We're staying at a riad in the heart of the historic Medina, and it's a beautiful place. I'll put a link to where you can book it in the description of this video on YouTube. The guest rooms are beautiful, and there's a roof terrace with amazing views of Marrakech. After getting settled in, we take a walk through the old town of Marrakech. It's fun to take in the colorful sights and sounds of the Medina as we go. After our walk, we head to a famous rooftop bar. It's perched on top of a riad, and its abundance of greenery, murals, and cocktails make it a colorful place to have pre-dinner drinks. From the bar, we walk through the Medina to get to where we're going for dinner. We're dining on another roof terrace here, and it's a stylish restaurant with modern Moroccan food and amazing views. After dinner, we wander through the Souks and walk around the night market in the Djemaa El Fna. From stalls selling fresh squeezed orange juice to henna tattoo artists and street performers, the place is buzzing with activity. The next morning, we walk over to the Bahia Palace, which isn't far from where we're staying. It's one of the most important historic buildings in Marrakech, and it's a 19th century palace with a series of rooms, courtyards, and gardens decorated with intricate paintings and mosaics. There's stunning stucco work all around, and the floors are paved with marble and tile. It's a really beautiful place to see. After touring the palace, we spend some time walking through Mellah, the historic Jewish quarter of Marrakech. We explore the spice shops with their tall cones of many colors, letting the scents and sounds fill us with the atmosphere of the place. From Mellah, we walk over to a Lebanese restaurant for lunch. We settle in at a table on the rooftop terrace and tuck into a delicious meal of fresh juices and succulent octopus as we enjoy a great service and a beautiful atmosphere. After lunch, we head back to our riad to pick up our bags and depart for the Agafay Desert. We've booked an overnight tour, and I'll put a link to where you can book it in the description of this video on YouTube. Our tented camp is around 20 miles or 30 kilometers outside Marrakech. When we arrive, we're shown to our tents, which are far bigger and more luxurious than we expected. After getting settled in, we split up and enjoy different activities for the afternoon. He goes off on an ATV tour, and I head out on a camel ride. My trusty steed takes me through the desert with a local guide and one of the camp's resident dogs. Along the way, I enjoy beautiful scenery and peaceful surroundings as the sinking sun starts to paint the desert in golden hour hues. Back at the camp, we walk up a hill to watch the sunset. It's a fun way to experience the magic of the Moroccan desert and chat with fellow camp guests from all over the world. When night falls, we settle in at a big outdoor seating area for dinner and a show. The next morning, we enjoy a big breakfast outdoors at the camp before heading back into Marrakech. When we arrive in town, we settle in at our new riad. I'll put a link to where you can book it in the description of this video on YouTube. The riad is not only beautiful, but it also offers great value for money. It's arranged around a central courtyard, and the stylish rooms fill the floors between the plunge pool on the ground level and the roof terrace at the top. After getting settled in, we head to a trendy restaurant in Tinsmith Square. It has a beautiful multi-floor restaurant topped with a roof terrace overlooking the square and the famous mosque in the distance. After lunch, we do some sightseeing. Our first stop is the ruins of the El Badi Palace. Our next stop is the Saadian Tombs. This historic royal necropolis adjoining the southern wall of the Kasbah Mosque is home to some of the most beautiful architecture and design in Morocco. After seeing the tombs, we spend the afternoon shopping. We walk down the long streets in the Medina and through the tangle of souks near the Djemaa El Fna. There's everything from home goods to earrings and spices here, and it's a feast for the senses. After shopping, we head back to our riad to enjoy mint tea and cookies on the roof terrace. Afterwards, we head to dinner at a restaurant with stylish decor and a rooftop terrace. We tuck into Moroccan dishes with a modern twist as we toast to another great day in the city. When we finished eating, we hop in a taxi and head to a famous bar and restaurant. It was the first dedicated to mixology in the city, and it's famous for its cocktails. The next morning, we head out on a day tour to Essaouira. I'll put a link to where you can book it in the description of this video on YouTube. It's a 3-hour drive from Marrakech, and we make 2 stops on the way. The first is a shop where we're able to get coffee and use the restrooms. The second is at a female-run argan oil workshop. We're given a tour by a guide who explains the oil-making process as we watch local women making it. We then go through the shop where we pick up everything from lip balm to cooking oil and aftershave. When we arrive in Essaouira, we have 4 hours to explore. Like Marrakech, there's a historic Medina here with shops and markets. But this is a coastal city, so there are also beaches and a big fishing port. We start our day in Essaouira in the Medina. We browse the wares in the shops, enjoying how much calmer and quieter it is here than in Marrakech. We then walk up to the city's 18th century ramparts, taking in the views of the Atlantic Ocean from the top. This city is known for being windy, but it's not as blustery as we feared. Back down in the Medina, we walk around a bit more, go shopping, and have some tea. When we're hungry, we head to the port for lunch. We're amazed by how many fishing boats there are here and by how many local vendors are selling fish and seafood right on the waterfront. We settle in at an open-air restaurant where you can have the chef cook what you've bought from the market stalls. Soon we're tucking into a local feast of giant prawns, sardines, and a whole fish. After lunch, we do some more shopping and head to the beach before going back to Marrakech. After getting freshened up at the hotel, we take a taxi to a restaurant for dinner. Located in Galiz, this modern place serves Moroccan cuisine by empowered women. Afterwards, we walk down the street to an outdoor courtyard bar. Hidden behind an unassuming door, this place is straight out of an evening fairy tale. The next morning, we walk to the Kasbah for some indulgent spa treatments. We're welcomed by friendly staff and whisked off to a tranquil haven away from the bustling Medina. Afterwards, we walk to a casual restaurant to have lunch on the rooftop. When we're done with lunch, we take a big walk. We go through one of the famous gates and up into the Park Lala Hasna Gardens and by the Koutoubia Mosque. From there, we hop in a taxi to get to the famous Jardin Majorelle. This botanical garden was created by French artist Jacques Majorelle over a 40-year period starting in 1923. But what it's famous for today is that it was purchased and restored by fashion designer Yves Saint Laurent in the 1980s. Down the street, there's a contemporary building that's home to the Yves Saint Laurent Museum. In the evening, we head for drinks in Galiz. It has a French-style atmosphere and a historic vibe, and we settle in at a table on the patio and enjoy aperitivo as we discuss the highlights of our day. Afterwards, we head to dinner at one of the most famous hotels in Marrakech. The traditional Moroccan restaurant has an amazing courtyard, beautiful interiors, and a sweeping terrace. We start our last day in town at Le Jardin Secret. This secret garden is surrounded by a 19th century palace complex. From the garden, we walk over to the Ben Youssef Madrasa. An important cultural heritage site, this Islamic school was built between 1564 and 1565. It's one of the most popular places to visit in Marrakech, not least because of its stunning interior courtyard. We do some shopping and pick up a casual lunch at a street food stall. After lunch, we head to Dar el Bacha. This place is as famous for its architecture, history, and design as it is for its coffee shop. Bacha coffee is a popular destination in its own right. Thanks for coming around Morocco with me. I hope you had a great time, and I hope this video has inspired you to get out and explore this part of the world yourself someday. It's a truly special place, and it's been one that I've come back to again and again over the years. As always, there's more on my blog, aladyinlondon.com, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel before you go. Happy travels.